And a good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be checking in every now and then today as we go through the day just to keep you guys updated. I have Kleenex handy. Been dealing with this sickness, so much congestion. I've been trying to clear it out, so apologies for my voice. It's clearly not like it usually is. So let's see here. Give me a second. So we're streaming on Facebook and we're also streaming on YouTube. So if you don't follow on YouTube, you can go subscribe to Gulf Coast Updates over there. I have gotten it back reconnected over there, the page. So we'll be streaming here and on YouTube as well. So please become a subscriber over there on YouTube as well. Just in case Facebook sometimes doesn't work for whatever reason. It's happened in the past. Facebook has glitched up. So subscribe on both channels if you could. I'd appreciate that. So here's what we're looking at right now. Currently, it is, what time is it right now? 12:41 p.m. And we're just going to be looking at the radar right now. So the most, dangerous storms that we have currently are just entering Mississippi. So if you're watching from, let's see. If you're watching from, let me get this back up. Macomb, Magnolia, Tyler. We're looking at Tylertown. Okay, so let me zoom in here. And if you follow the page or just follow weather generally, you always know that we look for a hook echo, right? Or a hook feature on this radar. Let me stop this real quick, actually. And we see it, right? I mean, you see this how you had that little hooking in there to the west of Tylertown. That would be where a tornado is right now. The tornado warning is there. Let me put the velocity on, and you can clearly see rotation there. The rotation we're looking at, you see that little green, when you look at the green color there, and to the southeast of it, you had that kind of orange beige area. That shows that there is some rotation on the velocity. So this is likely a tornado that is on the ground currently. Let me go into the tornado warning here and see if this is just radar indicated or if this is observed. No, this is observed. Okay, so this is an observed tornado. Let me get some information here for you while we're on here. This was at 12:33. This was an observed tornado. This is not just radar indicated. This is actually on the ground. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado. It was near Mount Herman. This was at 12:33. This was 15 miles southeast of Macomb, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Okay, so if you're watching, you've got friends and family up there in Tylertown area, this is where you're going to want to get in your safe spot right now. Okay, you can see it moving. It looks like it's just northwest of Tylertown, so obviously affecting those areas currently. And this is not just radar indicated. This is the kind of, the verbiage or the wording as we go through the day is important, where we're going to see tornado warnings that are issued that are just radar indicated, where we see the rotation on the radar, and the National Weather Service issues the warning because of that. It's the potential for one. This is not that. This is an actual tornado warning that is observed. It is on the ground and it is moving to the northeast, okay, at 50 miles per hour. So this is a dangerous situation northwest of Tylertown, or just around Tylertown right now. And this will be moving up to the northeast. So all these areas, again, apologies if I don't mention some of these names correctly. These look easy enough, but it is around Tylertown currently. And this will be moving off toward, let's see, like Prentice, Bassfield, Monticello, looks like Monticello and Columbia will be maybe between those two cities, but close enough that you're going to want to get, inside of your safe space with this tornado. This is not just an observed tornado. This is a tornado warning that is on the ground currently, okay? So, you're going to want to take precautions away from windows, interior most portion of your house. This is around Tylertown currently, Tylertown, Mississippi. Zooming out to give you a grasp of where we're looking right now, this is very close to Macomb. And it's southeast of Macomb, east of Magnolia. This was the storm that, if you were following the page, It was a severe thunderstorm warning just a little while ago. It became a tornado warning, and that's what might happen today a lot, where you're going to see one of these storms start off severe, and then it starts to rotate a little bit, and it becomes a tornado warning. Remember, these storms are forming in a very prime, juiced-up environment where it's not going to take much for them to pop and become, a rotating storm with these tornadoes that can touch down very quickly, okay? So that's what's happening, and again, this is an observed tornado, not just a radar indicated one, all right? So this is just northwest of Tylertown, and I'm looking at all the warnings right now, and I want to go through. Let me get 1 second here. So this is one right now that's currently observed. Let me go to a couple of other ones. It's that same one. This is another. Yeah, that's also the same one. Okay, so let me see. This is and again, I've tried to explain in the page. You're gonna see the term PDS. That's particularly dangerous situation with these storms. Okay, so that just means that we're expecting long track tornadoes, EF2, maybe even greater, EF2 or greater storms today. When you see that PDS or particularly dangerous situation watch issued, you got to pay attention, all right? That doesn't happen often, but we have that set up today, unfortunately, all right? So let me go back to this one because this is the storm that is, I guess, right now would be the most dangerous out there. I don't believe this one up here. This one is radar indicated currently up here by McGee and Mendenhall. But again, all these could be on the ground, right? It's just not observed at this point when it says radar indicated. Observed means we've seen the storm, either a spotter or, public have seen the storm. It's been reported it's on the ground versus just radar indicated. But I stress to you, even if it says just radar indicated, it still could be on the ground. It just hasn't been officially spotted or reported yet, all right? So this one is, though. This one northwest of Tylertown is observed to be on the ground right now. So, yeah, like I said, looks like it's moving fast, too, by the way. They're moving at 50 miles per hour to the northeast. So this one already getting to the northwest of Tylertown currently. And this one's moving off toward... like I said, it looks like not many, maybe more rural areas here. I'm not sure, but at least on the Radar Scope app that I'm using, there's not many cities listed in here. There may be some, though, all right? So if you're northeast of Tylertown in this kind of voided area here, according to Radar Scope, you're going to want to get in your safe area inside of your house, away from windows, interior portion of your house, because, again, this is an observed tornado moving to the northeast. So some cities up here to the northeast that are coming up after this are going to be Silver Creek, Prentice, Bassfield, Sumrall, Columbia, these areas, Monticello. Again, all these areas here, you got friends and family. If you live in these areas, you're going to want to, at least take precautions for the next few minutes. I'd say the next 20 or 30 minutes or so as this thing zooms off to the northeast here. All right, let me zoom out here. So that looks like the most dangerous storm out there currently. Let me switch back over to reflectivity and kind of show what we're looking at here moving forward. All right. So, yeah, clearly on here you can see that hook. I mean, that is easy to see on the radar, right? That's not something that we like to see, but you can clearly see that hook on the radar here northwest of Tylertown. I mean, that's a textbook supercell formation there. And you can see the hook northwest of Tylertown. And when I say the hook, you can kind of see the big area there to the north, and then that kind of hooking off there to the west of the storm. That little circle at the end of the hook would be where the tornado is located. So, I mean, it is moving right through Tylertown right now, or just northwest of Tylertown. So, unfortunately, this is... Hopefully everyone heeded this warning and, are not in the roads or, at least in the inside of their homes and away from windows, because this is an observed tornado that is on the ground. So again, that's the most dangerous storm right now. I know it's technically not, on the Gulf Coast, but we're going to track these storms as we move through today, even if they're not on the immediate coast, right? I know the page is called Gulf Coast Updates, but as you know by now, we cover a lot more than just the Gulf Coast. But primarily, we'll cover things that are closer to the coast because there are some storms happening well to the north. But just to kind of touch on it, there's multiple tornado warnings out there right now up here by Tupelo. Central portion of Mississippi. Again, this is that area that was, the pink area that was circled for that high chance of severe weather. That's what we're seeing today currently. All this area is still expecting a lot of issues as we go through today, all right, in this area in central Mississippi, and that's going to eventually move off towards central Alabama as well. But right now, currently, the most dangerous storm we have out there right now is northwest of Tylertown. You can clearly see the hook on the radar there. So areas around that are going to be impacted by this as it moves to the north, like I said, you're going to be very close to Silver Creek, Prentice, Bassfield. Eventually after that, maybe even Collins, Seminary. These areas are not, Collins, Seminary not in the warning right now, but as we'll see how long this tornado stays on the ground. Again, this is not a radar indicated. This is observed. Particularly dangerous situation right now. Around Tylertown, this is an observed spotted tornado that is on the ground. All right. So again, it's not just a radar indicated one. This is on the ground. To tell you again, let me look up some of these. Let me see real quick. Give me a second here. All right. Let's see. Yeah, confirmed large and dangerous tornado. This is at 12:46. So this was 6 minutes ago. Confirmed large and dangerous tornado was located near Tylertown. That was 18 miles east of Macomb. And it is moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Again, take cover now. This is confirmed by emergency management. Flying debris. Mobile homes are going to be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles likely to these areas, of course. You want to get to your most interior portion of your house, away from windows. It is going to remain over a lot of rural areas for the next few minutes, which is good news. But if it does stay on the ground, it is going to move into these areas to the northeast. That would be Silver Creek, Prentice, Bassfield. All of these areas could experience, this tornado if it does stay in the ground. So that is, again, the most dangerous storm out there currently for now. But again, that's for now. We're going to see a few more today, obviously. All right. Let's get down here really quickly, because I know some people are asking about Louisiana. Southeast Louisiana real quick. So here's what we're looking at for Southeast Louisiana. It's right on schedule. If you've been following the page, it looked like it was going to be right afternoon, going into like 1 to 2 p.m. All of these storms right now that are around Baton Rouge, and we're seeing some storms around Gonzales. Currently, they're not severe. Okay, they're strong storms, but they're not severe at the moment. All right, but they could become severe as this system moves east. We're going to get into some better areas for these storms. So as we go north of I-12 on these storms, getting into even the southwestern portion of Mississippi, they could become more conducive for severe storms and some rotation. So although they're not severe yet, any one of them could become severe soon in the next, 30 to 40 minutes, maybe even sooner. Become severe thunderstorm warning and then become a tornado warning, just like the one up there that's in Tylertown currently. If you were following the page, I had posted it was a severe thunderstorm warning at I don't remember the time, but it was maybe about 45 minutes ago or so. I warned that it might become a tornado warning shortly after, and it did about 10 minutes after that, okay? So, and that is a confirmed dangerous tornado up there in or just north of Tylertown now. You can see it on the top of the screen there. So it doesn't take much for these things to go to how these storms are right now over there in Baton Rouge and Gonzales. They're just storms now. You're not severe. You're getting heavy downpours currently. But it doesn't take much for them to become severe and then for them to wrap up and become a tornadic supercell. Okay, so we hope it doesn't happen, but I'm just saying it doesn't take too long for that to occur. Okay, so because that storm up there it was severe, and then I mean just minutes later, maybe 20 or 30 minutes later, it was a confirmed dangerous tornado on the ground moving off toward Tylertown up there. Okay, so I just want you to know that it can happen quickly. So just keep an eye on this as we go through the day. So again, it's not going to be an all-day thing. I mean, as we look at the radar right now, let me show you. I mean, if you're in Lake Charles and these areas down here, southwest Louisiana, Beaumont, Houston, all these areas over there, your severe weather threat's over. All right, so you're in the southwestern portion, all these areas over here. I mean, this is the line right here, right? So you see, like in Lafayette right now, if you're in Acadiana, in this area, your severe threat's about to be over as well. So again, it's not an all-day thing where we're going to go into tonight into, Louisiana and also all the areas east of here, like Mobile and Pensacola. Though now y'all experience this later this evening, right? Late afternoon and evening hours. But for Louisiana, we're already starting to clear some people out of the severe weather threat. Acadiana, Lafayette, and these areas, all this stuff's moving east. You're looking better now, all right? Your severe weather threat is starting to come to an end. But remember, you weren't really in the higher severe weather risk zones, so to speak, right? It was always supposed to be over here in southeast Louisiana, mainly the North Shore, more likely, and then off toward Mississippi and central portion of Mississippi and Alabama. So we're already clearing some people out of the severe weather threat. Right now, currently, we're not out of the threat here in southeast Louisiana and portions of Mississippi. Again, right now, we have a very dangerous tornado confirmed right here, in case you're joining late. Remember, we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube currently, so if you don't subscribe to Gulf Coast Updates on YouTube, please head over there now. I'll be trying to do more things over there on YouTube, so please follow the stream. We're live on YouTube as well. But right now, a dangerous tornado. You can see the clear hook on that storm. You see the little pink area in that little head of the hook. That's where this tornado is located. Again, not radar indicated. This is confirmed. This is an observed tornado. Let me see if we have any new information on this. Yeah, this is a tornado emergency now that has been issued. This is new now, so let's see what we have here. This is a tornado emergency for until 1:30 p.m. Give me a second here. All right. Yeah, we have a tornado emergency for this cell right here. All right, so at 12:53, that was 5 minutes ago, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over Salem. That's 17 miles west of Columbia, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. These storms are moving quickly now, okay? So let me zoom this out a little bit. I see it's a little zoomed in. Let me zoom this back out to show you where we are. This is the cell that we were tracking just a few minutes ago. This was the one, if you were following the page, was a severe thunderstorm warning that was on the North Shore around Kentwood, Louisiana. It became a tornado warning right around Kentwood, and now it has remained on the ground into Mississippi. This is a confirmed destructive tornado on the ground, not just radar indicated, all right? So this is confirmed tornado now. It moved out of Tylertown. It's moving now toward these areas I mentioned a few minutes ago. Prentice. If you're in Prentice, if you're on Bassfield, you're going to want to get in your safe area. If you're not already there, you're going to want to get in it very soon. Or right now. Because, again, this thing is moving quickly at 50 miles per hour up there. And, again, this is a tornado emergency. It's confirmed. Large and destructive tornado. This is around, it was around Salem at 12:53, but now not around there anymore 7 minutes later. This is emergency management, confirmed tornado. Avoid the windows. If you're in a mobile home, get to a strong structure now. You have minutes to do so. Get in a substantial shelter, protect yourself from this storm. Again, this is a large tornado on the ground. This is not just radar indicated. This is a large tornado emergency. This has been spotted. It's been on the ground for a while. This is the one, again, that started on the North Shore of Louisiana, right around Kentwood area. It has remained on the ground around Tylertown, and now it is moving past Tylertown toward these areas to the north. Now, Prentice, Bassfield, y'all are the next cities that are in line here to possibly get impacted by this tornado. Again, it's an emergency situation. Hail, 1-inch hail also reported with this storm. This is a emergency. This is on the ground, and it's heading toward you fast at 50 miles per hour to the northeast. Again, with this situation today, you have minutes to react. This is not a hurricane. You don't have days. This is minutes with these tornadoes. They're moving quickly. All right, so that is the storm that is the most dangerous storm. Again, this is the one we've been tracking for a while now. Okay, let's see. Let me zoom out a little bit. Sorry, just trying to catch my breath a little bit. I'm dealing with this congestion for the last week or so. I can't get rid of it. It's annoying. All right, new tornado warning just issued. Hold on a second now. Let me catch my breath, get a grasp of things, and see what we have going on here. All right, this is a new one. Again, we could have tornadoes in the same spots today. Remember, these storms that are moving to the north right here that are around Baton Rouge, Gonzales, these are going to be moving into more prime territory in the atmosphere, okay? So don't be surprised if you're in these areas. Again, we just had one around this area that became the Tylertown tornado about an hour ago. So this is not the same. There's a new one that just was issued. Hold on a second. Let's get the information. Let's pause this for a minute here. Switch to velocity, and there it is. All right, so again, when we're looking at the velocity on this, you see the, just kind of explaining, you see the tornado polygon, the red polygon there. That's the new tornado warning. This is just issued. It's 1:03 p.m., so this was just issued just now. This is around Kentwood, Tangipahoa. Again, this is around the same area that we just saw that became that big Tylertown tornado, the one that's currently on the ground in Mississippi. This is forming around the same area. This is a new one, though. So if you have rotation here, you're going to be around Kentwood, that green and kind of whitish area there. That would be where this tornado is located. And at this point, the rotation is there, sort of, but I think they're doing this in anticipation because this is kind of how the rotation looked earlier, and then it really wrapped up quickly. So it might be a little broad right now, but don't be surprised if this wraps up quickly and becomes a little bit stronger. So unfortunately, if you're in Tylertown right now, this rotation could be heading toward you as well. So certainly not a good situation right now if you're around the Tylertown area. This is the one this is a new one now. Let's see what we have here. Give me a second. Yeah, this is this one. All right, so this one is radar indicated. All right, so it's not a spotted tornado at this point, but this one is just radar indicated. But again, the one that came through a little while ago started as radar indicated, but then obviously became a strong tornado on the ground. So this one now is located as of 1 p.m., so a few minutes ago. This was located around Kentwood, 13 miles north of Amite. This is moving 35 miles per hour to the northeast, okay? This is a radar indicated rotation. It's not a spotted tornado on the ground just yet. That does not mean it won't become one. But this will be near Mount Herman at around 1:10. So if you're in Mount Herman right now, you're going to want to get in your safe space, all right? Now, because again, this is moving quickly. And it's going to be around Tylertown at 1:30, all right? So we're talking 20 minutes or so. This new tornado warning that has just been issued. Mount Herman in about 5 minutes. Tylertown in about 20 minutes. This is a new tornado warning that has just been issued. And again, this is where the storm that's north of here had kind of formed about an hour ago. And that one to the north right there is an observed tornado emergency currently. So we have 2 tornado warnings that are currently in effect. The one north of Tylertown currently is the one that is observed and on the ground. The new one right there around Kentwood and moving to the northeast is just radar indicated currently, but the one to the north is the tornado emergency. So just some new information on that tornado emergency. Again, if you're living there, if you have friends and family there, the one I'm talking right now, I'm talking about the one north of Tylertown, right up there, the top side of this right now. That's for, I'm going to tell you right now, it's for this that one up there. That tornado, it's 105 now, so that's near Goss, Tilton, Holly Springs, Oakvale, and Society Hill. Arm and Progress around 110, so 5 minutes if you're in those areas. Bunker Hill and Carson around 115. That is about 10 minutes from now. And then Bassfield and Prentice. I've been talking about Bassfield and Prentice for a while now, but it's going to be around, tornado's going to be around there at about 120, so about 15 minutes from now. But if you're in any of those spots that I just mentioned, you're going to want to get to the interior portion of your house right now. This is an observed tornado emergency for these areas in Mississippi. This is a tornado that is on the ground. It is formed in the North Shore around Kentwood about an hour ago. It is on the ground through Tylertown. It has stayed in the ground, and it's moving into those areas right now. Tornado emergency issued. Not just not a normal warning where it's radar indicated. This is a tornado that is on the ground, spotted by weather spotters. It is large, and it has stayed on the ground for a long time, and it will continue to. So all these areas, Goss, Tilton, Holly Springs, Oakvale, Society Hill, probably already passed you guys or is impacting you right now. It's moving toward Arm in Progress. 1:10 p.m. Bunker Hill, Carson around 1:15, and then Bassfield and Prentice around 1:20. Get to your safe spots, right now. Tornado emergency, and that the one to the north side, the one on the top side of this right now. Again, this is another tornado we're tracking right now around Osika and moving toward Mount Herman and also back right toward Tylertown. This is another one coming toward you guys, all right? Another one coming toward you guys in Tylertown currently. Not the same one. This is another one. All right, let's go back to reflectivity here. Excuse me. Yeah, Tiffany, they've gotten a couple of tornadoes that have started around that area and have moved off to the northeast. They might not have been as bad around that area over there in Osika. I believe Osika is how you pronounce it. I believe I'm doing it right, so sometimes I butcher these city names, but I think it's Osika. If it's not, just let me know. But it doesn't look like, it looked like they originated around that area but then moved off to the northeast, so hopefully not as bad for your aunt there. But again, some of these storms are originating around the North Shore but then really wrapping up as they get into Mississippi, as they get into a more prime environment. No, Aaron, I'm on the Hammond app right now on Radar Scope. It seems okay right now for me. All right, severe thunderstorm warning issued. This is a new one over here. Around anywhere from Norwood, Jackson, New Roads, Livonia. That's a new severe thunderstorm warning. So that was just issued over there for you guys. Yeah, she needs to stay aware though over there, Tiffany, because just let her know it's not done. A lot of these storms are still moving toward her up there. Saika, you can see those storms to the south. She still needs to stay aware up there because, like I said, the storms are not quite going severe where they are right now, but as they enter that more conducive area up there, they're starting to wrap up. So it's not done for her up there. So please tell her to keep up, keep up to date up there because these storms are still moving toward her. Okay. How you doing, Julie? Good to see you this afternoon. Streaming on Facebook and YouTube, by the way, y'all. If you're not following the YouTube page, please go over there and subscribe to Gulf Coast Updates on that. I'll be doing more on the YouTube page as well. Sometimes Facebook glitches up, so I want to have an alternate way to get information to you guys. So right now we have the YouTube stream going simultaneously with Facebook Live. So again, please go subscribe to Gulf Coast Updates on YouTube so you can keep track of this just in case Facebook ever glitches, which it has in the past. I want to make sure we have an alternate way to stream this stuff to you. So please go over there and subscribe to that page. Let's see real quick. Give me a second here. Alright, I just dropped the YouTube page in the comments there for you guys. If you want to click that and subscribe just in case, like I said, ever sometimes Facebook glitches for whatever reason. Y'all can subscribe over there at YouTube in case you want to have an alternate way to view this. Or sometimes people aren't on Facebook, so you can send them to YouTube. I know I've heard that in the past. Sometimes people are not on Facebook and they just want to watch it on YouTube. There's your ability to do so. That's the link right there on the page, in the comments there. Thanks, Julie. Appreciate that. All right. So anyway, here's what we're looking at right now. Currently, it's 1:13 p.m. Severe thunderstorm warning. That's a new one that's just been issued over there. That's toward Jackson, New Roads, Livonia. Let's see. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail possible with that. Could have hail damage, obviously, to vehicles, damage to roofs, siding, trees with some of these winds, and that's going to be area like Wakefield, Norwood, Spillman, Morganza, Wilson, St. Francisville, Livonia, New Roads, Jackson, Lottie, Fordoche, and Maragwin. Those are all areas that could be affected by that. That's the yellow polygon there on the left side of the screen. Between that and these tornado warnings, nothing severe yet, but you see these storms around Baton Rouge down there toward like Killian, Independence. That storm right here, it's not severe at the moment. The one right there north or southwest of Hammond, it's not severe at the moment, but it's suspicious. I'm watching that one. Let's watch that one as it moves to the north. That would be the next one I would watch out for. It's discreet. It's away from the line. That one could blossom as it moves to the northeast, so I've got my eye on that one, certainly. All right, let's see what's going on up here. Now, these are the ones that we were just tracking. Let's see what we have happening currently on these two. These are both the tornado warned ones. We have the tornado emergency up there still. Yes. We have a tornado warning still up there. That's the one moving toward Prentice and Bassfield. And then this one down here toward Tylertown. This one is not confirmed. Maragwin. Maringwin. Sorry, Julie. Like I said, I might butcher some of these names. When I was doing TV in Baton Rouge, I learned some of these and forgot some of them by now. All right, let's look at the velocity on this real quick, on this tornado. Yeah, you see it's a broader circulation on the one currently southwest of Tylertown, but it does not mean you can't have some significant winds with this. But the one to the north, look, that could be a tornado that's starting to wrap up and will be on the ground there in Tylertown. So you guys just got out of one. There's another one headed toward your area right now, okay? Now the one north of Tylertown up there toward Prentiss and Bassfield, that one is confirmed. That one is on the ground, all right? So that is one you're going to want to get in your safe area right now up there in Prentiss and Bassfield. That's a tornado emergency currently. That is observed catastrophic tornado. And that's moving northeast at 50 miles per hour, right? So these things are moving very quickly today. Yeah, David, I'm just trying to get more coverage on the page. I know a lot of people ask me to do it sometimes. It works out well today because it's a Saturday. Normally I do have, this is not my day job. So I'm able to kind of do this when it's on a Saturday a little bit better. If this is on a weekday, I probably wouldn't be able to do this. So just trying to get as much coverage and as much, help you guys out as much as I can. But it works out well today as far as the coverage for me because it's on a Saturday. Not feeling too good, though. I wish this congestion's making me crazy. Mucinex does nothing for me, by the way. Mucinex won't sponsor the page ever, so I can tell you right now, it doesn't help me out at all. Been taking it for 5 days straight. Still congested as can be. This always gets me. Every time I get a sickness, it lasts like 2 freaking weeks. All right. But enough about that. This is we're tracking tornadoes currently. This is the most dangerous one currently. This is around Prentiss and Bassfield in Mississippi, and again we'll be heading up to the north. All right, so if Mount Olive, McGee, all these areas up here, Collins, this thing has been on the ground for a while and could stay on the ground. So if you're in those areas, this is a dangerous tornado that has been in the ground for a little while. Tylertown tornado that's currently there is not a it's radar indicated rotation currently, and it's going to be in Tylertown in about 10 minutes. All right, so if you're in if you're in Tylertown, you just got out of a tornado and you're about to get back into one. That is just radar indicated at the moment. It's not a confirmed on the ground tornado, but again, that does not mean it won't spin up into that shortly. These things are happening quickly today. That the one to the north happened very quickly. Currently in Louisiana right now, in southwestern portion. Again, I'm watching that storm right there around southwest of Hammond. Independence and Amite about to cross 55 in a little while. That one's not severe yet, but I'm watching it. I'm definitely watching it. That one's suspicious. All right, it's a suspicious storm currently, and it could go severe as we get into the next, as it gets north of, around I-55, maybe to the northeast of I-55, could be heading into the same areas over there, close, maybe east of Tylertown, but that's one to watch. It's got a structure that would not take much for it to become severe pretty quickly. Let's put on the hail parameter real quick. Haven't done that yet. See what we have going on. The vertically integrated liquid is what it's called. This kind of tracks where you could have hail. And these brighter colors here, as you get into those reds, sometimes you see some pinks and whites in there. That's where you're going to have your best potential for hail. And right now, currently, we do have a few storms that are out there that could have hail with them. This is around Livonia. That's the one over there that could. Centerville, Mississippi. Even the one around here that we were tracking, we'll have to see as that continue to go. If we see the hail becomes a little bit more intense in there, that means that it's strengthening, getting a little bit more intense. We'll track that. And again, these tornado-warned storms can always have hail with them, but this is the hail indicator. And you can see some of these storms do have that potential. That's why the severe thunderstorm warning was issued over there, because there is a potential for hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds with that. Daniel says massive amounts of destruction around Tylertown right now. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. They had the one come through earlier, and now unfortunately another tornado warn storm is coming through Tylertown as we speak. All right, so let's see here. So 2 tornado warnings currently. Both of them are in Mississippi currently. One is moving around Prentice and Bassfield. The other one is around Tylertown right now. And let's look at the rotation again. Is it currently still kind of broad? It might be actually wrapping up a little bit more there, south of Tylertown. Unfortunately, this is an area that Daniel just said has a lot of destruction around Tylertown, and here comes another one with the potential for some rotation there. So, something to watch. See if this thing starts to strengthen. This is where the one, and Daniel just said his aunt outside of Tylertown just had her house destroyed. Oh, man. Yeah, Daniel, that's horrible to hear. That was I'm sure with the one that passed about 30 minutes ago, right? And now there's another one that's coming through that same area currently around Tylertown that's just southwest. So I don't. That's kind of unfathomable, actually, that they went through a tornado, and now some of these people are dealing with bad damage currently, and another one's about to come through that could be. Don't know at this point, but we could be on the ground currently. This is the one we're tracking. This is a new one. This is not the one that happened a little while ago. The one that happened a little while ago is on the top part of the screen, which Daniel is saying that his aunt just had her house get destroyed. And now a second potential tornado warning is moving through the same area. Paradise Ranch RV Resort. That's what we're hearing. I think I heard that earlier too from someone. Ainsley, I'm not 100% certain. This one looks a little more. The last one that came through was a little northwest of Tylertown. This one looks like it might be a little bit more to the east. A little bit closer. And again, I'm only going by what I'm looking at right here on Radar Scope, where it says Tylertown. I'm just using that as reference. The last tornado, and this looks like it's wrapping up, by the way, more, y'all. It looks like this tornado is becoming a little bit stronger. That rotation's starting to show up a little bit more in velocity there in the last part of the loop, unfortunately. But this one looks a little bit closer to the word Tylertown, okay? So what I'm saying is that the last tornado was a little bit more to the left, a little bit more northwest. This tornado looks a little bit closer to maybe the middle part of town. So, yeah, just like I said, an unfathomable situation where you have a tornado come through less than an hour ago, when Daniel's saying one of his family members had their house destroyed, and now another one's about to come through Tylertown, which hopefully this is not as strong, but again, it looks like it's wrapping up on radar to me. So again, that's what I'm going by. I don't know. Brandon, St. Tammany is not out of the woods yet. We have some storms to the southwest that are going to be moving into that area soon, so not clear yet. Nobody's clear in southeast Louisiana just yet, okay? It's just that the strongest storms currently have been just outside of the northern part of the North Shore of Louisiana there. I mean, they kind of formed. The last 2 tornado warnings that we've had now in the last hour or so have started around Kentwood, Osika area, and have moved northeast into Tylertown. And unfortunately, this one's doing it again. This is the second storm now that we've had in this area. So let me see here real quick. Give me a minute. So the tornado emergency is still the one on the top part of the screen. This is a new tornado warning that has just been issued just right there on top of that. So give me a minute here. Let's see. Yeah, this is still radar indicated, okay? This one here around Tylertown currently. It says it's still radar indicated, but you got to assume, you got to just assume it's a tornado on the ground, or at least, you know, go with the impression that it's a tornado on the ground right now in these areas. Again, we just had a tornado go through Tylertown. We were talking about it just a little while ago. And this is another one that's about to. This is not the same one. This is a new tornado, and it's going to be around you very shortly. You know, this warning says 1:30, but you got to get in your safe area right now in Tylertown. This is moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Yeah, Ainsley, I'm sorry to hear that about losing the call with them. Hopefully it's just a connection issue. Obviously around that area right now, it's, you know, not the best time. Chaos in, unfortunately, Tylertown has been kind of ground zero for these last two tornadoes. So 2 tornadoes currently in Mississippi. That's one around Tylertown right now, and one right now that is confirmed. This one up here in Prentice Bassfield area, that's the confirmed tornado emergency currently. That is a tornado that is a particularly dangerous situation that is observed on the ground. It's been on the ground since Tylertown. So, and then this is a new one that's right around Tylertown right now. So in the last hour, Tylertown has dealt with 2 tornado warnings that could actually be 2 tornadoes on the ground. We confirmed a couple of folks here on the chat, and one of them said his aunt, her house is destroyed by this one tornado that came through 45 minutes or so ago. And now this is a new one. Let's see, give me a second here. All right, let me go back to reflectivity here and see. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see. Jode says the first one hit. Let's see. So what's in, oh, good Lord. Daniel says the tornado damage looks similar to what you see in an EF3 or 4 tornado. That's not good, man. Joe says the first one hit east side of Kentwood. Yeah, Joe, that's where the first one went. Started, right? Kind of originated there in Kentwood. But yeah, I can kind of see a little hook starting to form there in Tylertown at the end of the loop there, at the end of the radar loop. That's not good, Daniel. That's not good at all. All right, let me zoom out here and see what we have going on. This next cell, I've been watching this one for the last few minutes here, the one that's close to Independence, Amite area. That's the one to watch next, especially as it crosses northeast of I-55. Got to watch that one. It's discreet. It's away from other cells. Might blossom a little bit as it gets northeast of 55 there and heads off toward the North Shore and off toward Mississippi again. Gotta watch that one. The one that's crossing 55 right now. That's just around Hammond. It's not severe yet. Might not ever become severe, but I'm just saying that's one that's eligible to become severe. It's just, you know, suspicious. Severe thunderstorm warnings listed all around there to the west. New roads up there toward Liberty, Brookhaven, all of you in severe thunderstorm warnings currently. Baton Rouge, you're getting heavy rainfall right now. Nothing severe at the moment. But again, things can happen quickly. That's good to hear, Ainsley. You gotta watch it, because things can happen quickly. With the radar today, things will look okay, and then all of a sudden they'll be severe. It can happen within minutes. Nothing right now severe in Kentwood, Tiffany. There are a couple of cells that are going to be moving in that direction, but for the moment, nothing is severe in Kentwood. But again, you're not clear there. Still got a ways to go. Still got about 2 or 3 more hours until probably this is all out of here, in Louisiana at least. And then that severe weather issue shifts off toward central Mississippi and Alabama. It's already happening in those areas, but we got a long way to go today with some of this. So that's the current radar with the 2 tornadoes currently in Mississippi. Unfortunately, Tylertown got hit hard, possibly getting hit hard right now with another one. And that Prentice one was the one that started a while back and is still up there, happening in Mississippi currently. We got to watch that storm, like I said, that's crossing 55 right now on the North Shore, to make sure that one behaves. Give me 1 second, y'all. I want to check something out real quick. All right. So an update here on the tornado that is around Tylertown. Let's see real quick. Give me a minute. Okay, the Tylertown tornado now, yes, is observed. Okay, I thought that might have been coming because that hook was looking little bit more dangerous in those last loops. Okay, this is observed tornado now. This is not just radar indicated. This is observed. This is spotted. Confirmed large and dangerous tornado over Tylertown, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. This is another one. They just had one move through 45 minutes ago or so, and this is a new one that is confirmed around there. It will be moving near Salem around 1:35. That's now. So if you're in this area, get to your safe spot, away from windows, interior portion of your house. This is a new confirmed tornado that is on the ground. This is not just radar indicated anymore. This is a second one in that area. These poor people just had one move through. Yep. This tornado is on the ground now. It's 20 miles east of Macomb. Again, this is not moving toward Macomb. This is moving toward the same area. We just saw the one. This is the one we were looking at just now. I mean, like just a little while ago. The one just northeast of it. That's the one that just moved through Tylertown, and folks in the chat were saying that their families' houses were damaged badly. And now here's a new one that's confirmed on the ground in Tylertown again. Imagine, for the second time within an hour. So not good. Tylertown right now seems to be ground zero, and unfortunately there's some more cells that are to the south that might get close. Well, hopefully it doesn't, but this area is not out of the woods yet. So these two tornadoes up here in Mississippi are both observed and not just radar indicated. These are both on the ground. And the cell I'm looking at right now, I've been mentioning it for the last few minutes, around there crossing I-55 right now. It's not warned yet. And there's another one over here, southwest of Kentwood, or west of Kentwood right now, that you also need to keep an eye on. If I'm in Magnolia up there, I'd be keeping an eye on that one closely. That's between Clinton and Greensburg right now. That's another one that looks a little suspicious to me. So those two right there. You have the one west of Kentwood. You have the one over I-55 right now. Those are not severe at the moment, but they're very suspicious and could become severe as they move off to the northeast. They're both discrete. They're both away from that main line, and they both could blossom into a supercell as they move off toward the northeast. So that's something to keep an eye on here. Let's look at our hail parameter here. The storms you see there with the red one there, especially around New Roads, could have some big hail in that one. Other than that, there's one west of Greensburg that could have some hail, and then of course the two tornado warned storms could have hail associated with them. But it looks like the one around New Roads right now would be the one dealing with the biggest hail. That's a hail parameter. Velocity shows the rotation there around the storm in Tylertown. Yeah, looking like could have over 100-mile-per-hour winds with that tornado there. Switch back to reflectivity here. So those are the two tornado warnings currently. And again, these are both observed. These are not just radar indicated. These are both on the ground and moving to the northeast quickly at about 50 miles per hour, okay? Let me zoom this out for a minute and just keep it here for just 1 second. I'm not going to talk for a second, so just give me 1 second. Take a little break here. But I'm still here. Just want to look at something on my phone real quick. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep this live on. I'm just doing something, just looking at different things on social media right now while we're looking at these storms, trying to see if I can get some information. So I'm still here though, so don't mind me, just looking at something. All right, let's see. Putting my YouTube channel link in the comments for you guys. I know some people have said in the past that sometimes their family does not follow Facebook, and so they'd like an alternate way to watch. That is, and even if you do follow Facebook and you want an alternate way to watch, there's the YouTube channel. Please subscribe there. Sometimes Facebook acts up. Can't go live on here for whatever reason. You still want to get the coverage. Most important now, most important during hurricane season as well. So please go over there and subscribe to that YouTube page for me. send it to some family that might not have it. It's in the comments pinned for you. All right, so let me just see one more thing real quick. Give me a second here. I'm gonna keep this live going though. Just needed a break. Throat issues. Been sick for the last week. Cannot shake it. Excuse me. All right, so it is 1:42 p.m. and like we said yesterday, right on time. If you were with me last night during the live, it looked like I was showing a picture around 2 p.m. what it might look like, and it looks pretty similar. I mean, we're zooming out here, and it looked like we could have quite a few supercells out there, and that's what we have this afternoon. We've had tornado warning twice in Tylertown area. Reports were that they had some pretty bad destruction there in that area. And y'all, please share this live video for me, even on Facebook, YouTube, whatever you want to share it, just so we get more eyes on this live. I'll be keeping this up, you know, as we head through today. Be taking a few little breaks here and there, but you know, just share this video for me on Facebook so we can get more eyes on this. Might be helpful for some people. All right, so that cell I've been keeping an eye on here that I was warning was going to cross 55 on the North Shore has become a lot more suspicious now to me. You can really start to see both of these cells I was mentioning a little while ago starting to, I guess, hook up a little bit or become more supercellish is a new word. Don't be surprised if one of these, or if not both, the one west of Osyka right now and this one right now that is around Independence, this one is probably going to become warned very soon. So if you're in Franklinton up there, you're going to want to get ready. All right. Franklinton, and then, you know, a lot of this area is rural, but there it is. Okay, so a new tornado warning has been issued for this storm that I've been keeping an eye on, this suspicious one. Let me get the information for you. This is a brand new one, just now got warned. Let's keep this one up here for a minute so we can get the new information out to you right now. This is a brand new tornado warning as of 1:44 p.m. Let me get the information for you here. Okay, this is a new, this was issued at 1:43. And it's radar indicated, obviously, right now. Hazard is a tornado, obviously, quarter-size hail. This is near Independence, 8 miles north of Hammond. Again, if you're in Hammond, this will not affect you. This is north of you right now. It's moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. So, again, Franklinton, the areas I was just mentioning to you right now, if you're in Franklinton, if you got friends and family in Franklinton, let them know. Right now, let me check out the rotation here. It's broad at the moment. It's very close to the radar site, so it's maybe not picking it up as well, but once it moves a little bit away from that, I might be able to see that rotation a little bit better, but currently it's hard to really see because, I mean, the radar site's in Hammond, so it's getting a little bit obscured there by it. But again, this is a tornado warning that has been issued, and it is moving off toward the northeast. And currently it's could be around Franklinton at around 2:10. So around 25 minutes or so. Yep, that's the cell I was tracking, Tiffany. If you've been with this stream for a while now, that was the cell I was tracking for quite a few minutes as it was southwest, and it looks suspicious there. And yeah, this one is very isolated. It's not the best thing you want to see, but it is isolated. It's able to kind of flourish, and we'll see what happens here. But right now, it's looking, like a supercell is forming, and we do possibly have a tornado that is going to be on the ground. So if you're over there, Franklinton, and even over there in Varnado and Angie, you're going to want to keep an eye on this cell. You're going to definitely want to keep an eye on this cell as it moves off to the northeast, okay? I'm going to keep this on right now. This is the latest tornado warning that has been issued at 1:43. It's scheduled to be around Franklinton in about 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes or so. I'm still here, just checking something right now. Some more information on this. All right, 1:48 p.m. Newest tornado warning now. This is another one just came in. These were the two cells that I was talking about a few minutes ago that look suspicious. They are both now tornado warnings. This is one that is northwest of Osaka, northwest of Kentwood. These are your two newest tornado warnings. Let's see. This one is... Yeah, that's the one that we were tracking a little while ago in Tylertown. That's north of Tylertown now. That is an observed tornado on the ground. These two are the newest ones. This is in... Let me get some information for you right now. Again, these are the two newest ones. These are the cells we've been tracking for a while now. That look suspicious, and now they are warned. The newer one is... Let's see... Okay, so the one northwest of Independence, that's the one on top, the one, but it's hard to kind of tell you which one. The one up there by Osaka area, Magnolia, the one that's up there. That one's going to be around Gillsburg at 150. So right now, if you're in Gillsburg, get to your safe area. Magnolia around 205. Macomb around 215. So 20 minutes or so in Macomb. So if you're in Macomb, you're around Macomb, you're going to want to get to your safe spot right now. It's radar indicated currently, but that does not mean it's not going to be a dangerous tornado by the time it gets up in that direction. That's what's happening with these storms. The last couple we've had have formed around this same area, have been radar indicated, have spun up and become stronger as they moved into Mississippi, okay? So be aware of that. This could be a dangerous tornado by the time it gets to you. It could get around the Macomb Airport as well, down the line here. The interstates that are affected are in I-55 between mile marker 64 and 66 in Louisiana, 55 in Mississippi between miles marker 1 and 21. That's for the one up there to the north. The one around Franklinton, it's going to be around Franklinton at 2:10, so about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Tickfaw as well could be affected by this. tornado warning. That's the one right now we're looking at right now, currently around Independence. It's also going to affect Interstate 55 between mile markers 37 and 40. Both of these currently are just radar indicated. These are not spotted tornadoes. They're not confirmed to be on the ground. But again, like I stress, that does not mean they're not on the ground, or they will not be on the ground soon, okay? So be aware of that. Just because they're not officially on the ground at the moment does not mean they won't be on the ground when they get to you. In some of these areas. That's what happened with the last couple that we've had around Tylertown earlier. And those were considerable tornadoes. Let me look at the rotation. Let me look at the velocity here real quick. Let me switch back to the radar. Okay, I had the wrong radar on there. Okay, much better. I think I had the Mississippi radar on. Okay, this shows much better what's happening right now. Yeah, these are... Let's go to velocity here. Yeah, so I think the rotation... So the rotation around the run that's heading toward Franklinton is a little bit broader. That doesn't mean it can't wrap up still. The one up there heading toward Magnolia and Macomb, that looks like a stronger rotation to me, okay? So if you're up there in Macomb, Magnolia, you're going to want to get to your safe spot certainly up there. That one looks a little bit stronger currently. But it does not mean the one in Franklinton, or the one heading toward Franklinton, will not be strong as well. It could just be getting obscured because it's so close to the radar site. So keep that in mind. If you're in these tornado warnings in the North Shore and over there toward Mississippi area right now, you're going to want to get in your safe spot right now. Don't waste time. These things are moving quickly to the northeast at 40 to 50 miles per hour. Okay, these are not moving slow. These are fast-moving supercells today. So please don't take a chance with this. Just get in your safe area for a little while until this threat passes. Today is nothing to play around with these storms. They're becoming very strong very quickly. We saw it happen a little while ago in Mississippi, in Tylertown area. So looking at these two tornado warnings and then areas to the south right now, I'm not seeing any cells that are very suspicious here, but sometimes you can get tornadoes that can get embedded in this line. And again, as it moves to the east and the northeast, that's when the conditions are becoming a little bit more primed up to be able to see these storms become supercells. All right, so right now they might look bad, but you see the storms down there toward like Morgan City, and some of the cells moving into Baton Rouge right now. We got to watch them. They can still become, can still see some rotation embedded in this line. Even if they're not discrete and isolated, they're more likely to become cells if they're isolated away from the line, but you can still get them, some rotations that are inside that line, okay? So please keep an eye on those. We'll keep an eye on those as we move to the east right now. But these are the two tornado warnings we're tracking right now on the North Shore and moving into Mississippi right now. There's one moving toward Franklinton, and there's one moving toward Magnolia and Macomb in Mississippi currently. I believe they're both still just radar indicated and not actually observed at this point. But that does not mean that they cannot become a formidable tornado as they continue moving off to the northeast, okay? So those are the four tornado warnings right now. The two on the top of your screen up there, around Collins and Columbia, Mississippi, those are both observed tornadoes right now, confirmed tornadoes that are on the ground. The two south of that, around moving toward Magnolia and Franklinton, are not confirmed, but they are observed. They are radar indicated and could become confirmed tornadoes. Okay, so keep that in mind. right, let's see here what we have going on. Give me 1 second here. Just tracking some things on Facebook at the moment. All right, so one more look at the radar here. Let me show you what's going on here. To zoomed out. So we have 5 tornado warnings right now currently, and a couple more up here well to the north. But you know, we've had the 2 on the top of the by Columbia and Collins up there in Mississippi. Those have been warned for a while. Those originated in the North Shore, Louisiana, and then both of them moved through Tylertown. Both of them maybe caused considerable damage there. And then the 2 that are currently warned, I believe, are both just radar indicated currently. But again, you gotta just assume that they're going to be on the ground when they get to you, right? So don't worry about it. They're just radar indicated. Assume that they're going to be dangerous tornadoes and take those precautions, because things have been winding up very quickly as we've headed through the day today. Where storms were just severe, and then all of a sudden they became tornado warned, and then they became pretty substantial tornadoes that were on the ground. What I heard earlier is that one of those tornadoes caused some pretty bad damage up there in Tylertown, Mississippi. So Tylertown got hit, looked like, with 2 tornadoes today already. Other than what's on the tornado warnings right now, what I'm looking at here, nothing else at the moment looks suspicious to me south of these 2 tornadoes. So that's good for areas around Baton Rouge and then areas on the South Shore here. So, but again, things can change quickly. But for now, I don't see any cells that look like they're going to go, I guess, severe any minute now, right? These 2 looked very suspicious early on, but nothing else currently at the moment looks like that. But again, things can evolve and change quickly. But for now, the radar in those areas look okay. And the main storms that we're tracking right now are these 2 closest, well, the 4 actually tornado warnings that are out there right now, but the closest to the Gulf Coast would be this 2 on the North Shore, and this one over here in Folsom looks like it's wrapping up a little bit more. Maybe. We'll see. But you can definitely see that kind of hook look to this this cell here. So we'll continue to track this here on the North Shore with these 2 tornado warnings, but like I said, south of the lake right now in Baton Rouge, looking good currently. We'll have to watch these cells down there that are near like Donaldsonville area as they move to the north, and all these cells as they move north. Again, this area up here has been the area that has been the fuel, the North Shore heading into Mississippi. That's been kind of the area that's been fueling these storms to kind of take off a little bit. So that's the prime spot for these storms to take off. At least that's what's been happening earlier. So we just need to watch them. Although things look okay right now, like I've been saying, things can evolve quickly and change pretty quickly, with the type of environment that we have today. Okay, so we'll continue to watch. Even these cells that don't look bad right now doesn't mean that they won't become severe later. All right, so it's just something we got to keep a close eye on. Let me change this over to the velocity here. And yeah, but there's certainly, you can see the bright colors there inside of those tornado warnings that are appearing, kind of the grayish, greenish little bright spots. And that just shows you that there is some rotation with this. I don't think that they're both still radar indicated. So again, both of these tornado warnings currently happening have not been observed or on the ground tornadoes. But I do want to stress to you that don't think that means you're in the clear. Still need to at least go with, always assume that a tornado is on the ground when you're in a tornado warning. Get in your safe area until that threat passes and your warning has been canceled for your area, because you just never know when these things can spin up quickly and cause some damage around you. So always assume that a destructive, damaging tornado is heading toward your area if you are in a tornado warned area. Okay, that's just the best way to go about it. Just in case, because it's very unpredictable. And we do certainly have a little bit of a hook look to that one in, heading toward Franklinton. So still, if you're in Franklinton area right now, you're going to want to get in your safe spot and just stay there for a little while until this threat passes. And of course, up here in Mississippi, these are both observed tornadoes. These are actually observed on the ground. Have been on the ground for a while. You could probably switch over to another radar here. Let me see. Get a little bit closer and get a little bit. Yeah. You could see clearly both of these cells. Those hooks are showing up on both of these storms. So those are certainly tornadoes that have been observed and on the ground. Those have been on the ground for a while too. I mean, these are the ones we've been talking about for the last couple of hours. That went through Tylertown. So yeah, those are definitely observed tornadoes. And look, these two down here, they're only radar indicated right now, but again, assume they're on the ground. And up there in Mississippi, look, these things have been taken off as they move to the north. So although even if they're not on the ground yet, they could be on the ground soon as they move to the north. Okay. So, just keep that in mind. Like I said earlier, it's been evolving quickly and things have been happening fast. So just, take your precautions. You can. I know it's intense, not the most fun thing to do, but get away from the windows, get to the interior portion of your house if you are in these areas: Franklinton, Magnolia, Macomb, Bassfield up there in Mississippi, Taylorsville. Take your precautions now. These storms are moving fast, 30 to 40, even 50 miles per hour to the northeast. These things are moving fast, quickly. Let me see what we have here. Again, I dropped my YouTube link into the chat there, so if you're not subscribing on YouTube, please do over there. Send it to family. I know in the past I've had several people say, I want to watch you. I'm not on Facebook though, or I have family that wants to watch you. They're not on Facebook. Well, you have a YouTube stream now. I'm gonna stream all the Facebook lives over there too. So it's another way to get get this information, just in case you don't have Facebook, or just in case Facebook's down for whatever reason. It's another way to track the weather as it moves in. Especially important during hurricane season. So here's what we have going on right now. Currently 2 tornado warnings. One closest to southeast Louisiana. One is moving into Franklinton currently. Definitely has that hook look to it. One in Magnolia moving toward Macomb, Mississippi. These 2 up here are confirmed on the ground. Bassfield, Collins, Taylorsville up toward Bay Springs, Mississippi. Those are actual confirmed tornadoes that are on the ground. These 2 right now are just indicated, but like I said, assume they're on the ground and take your precautions with these 2. The rest of us here in southeast Louisiana, I think someone asked about the timing. It does look like this thing is going to be out, I'd say, in the next maybe 2 hours or so. If you're watching the live last night, it looked like around 4 or 5 p.m. the threat for Louisiana would be over. And it does look like that's going to be the case here. I think by about, especially by 5 p.m., I think all this will be to the east, and then the attention shifts over toward Mississippi, Alabama, Florida Panhandle later on tonight. But yeah, our threat here in southeast Louisiana certainly will wind down the next couple of hours or so. But not done yet until we get all these storms that are over there toward Baton Rouge and down toward like Thibodaux right now. For now, those look okay. You know, nothing in that right now tells me that they're suspicious or are going to become rotating cells right now. The ones that are tornado warnings right now to the North Shore, those look suspicious to me. I was mentioning that on the live. Nothing right now. Like I said yesterday, when you have a line form, that's actually better. You can have damaging winds sometimes. You can have little rotations come up. But it's those cells that isolate themselves from the line, like we're seeing up there, that are separate or just in advance of the line. They're discrete. They're isolated. Those are the ones that can wind up and become those tornado supercells. And that's what we've seen today. So if you have a line of storms, you actually like to see that more than if you have those single cells that are out there, okay? So yeah, I'm not seeing that now, for now, with this line that's moving through Baton Rouge, and then those areas to the south. For now, it looks okay. But again, things can change. So we got to just watch it as it moves to the east. So what I'm going to do, I think now I'm going to end this live. I'm going to keep a radar loop. I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to keep a radar loop going of just the radar with no sound for you guys, okay? And then I'll pop in as needed if we have to for a new tornado warning for whatever reason, okay? So right now I'm going to end this one. Thank you to Teal Roofing, Airtight Construction, the sponsors, the subscribers of the page. Thank you guys. Go subscribe to the YouTube page as well. I have the link there in the comments for you. So I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to start a new radar loop so you can track the radar live, but it won't be me. It'll just be no sound, but you'll be able to track the radar at least, okay? And I'll come back on if, if warranted for any other tornado warnings. So right now I'm